Hi, I'm Sharon Rowley, and I am so glad that you're joining me for the Momof6 Get Your Life Organized Boot Camp. This week, we're going to be talking all about stations, setting up different stations in your house that help you manage the constant influx of paperwork, mail, bills, school flyers, everything that comes your way. If we can get that into one spot, give you a way to manage all of that paperwork, you're going to be left feeling a lot more organized and a lot more in control of your life. So let's get started. So what you're looking at here is my kitchen command center. I have my tablet, iPad that I use to check my email on, where I can look at my calendar. And then behind it I have this whole setup right here where I keep pencils and pens, because Lord knows you can never find those in a house full of kids. I keep Post-it notes. I keep stationery in case I need to send in a quick note to a teacher. I keep my running grocery to-do list. We'll be talking more about calendars and to-do lists in week 3 of this challenge. And then over here is where I keep my paperwork filing system. So for one thing, I've got my blue bills to pay folder. Anytime that I receive a bill in the mail, I just pop it right into that folder. And then twice a month, I will go through this and take care of the bill paying. I have tickler files. There's one that I have that's an immediate tickler file, things that I know that I need to get to within the next week. And then I have another file that's more for long-term items. So maybe if I get a flyer in the mail that talks about an upcoming event in our town, I might put that in the immediate file, knowing that I need to RSVP sometime in the next week. Or if I have a flyer that I want to keep around that's more of a reminder flyer, maybe an event that's going to come up at the holidays, I'll put that in my other tickler file. Here in the back, I keep the kids' school directories in case I need to reach another parent. I keep these green slips, which are the paperwork we need to send to school if we do a dismissal change for our kids. So all of that is at hand in the morning when I'm getting the kids off to school. In front of this area is one of my favorite bins. I grabbed this idea from the way the kids do things at elementary school. When my kids come home and they unpack their backpacks, they take any papers that they need to give to mom, and it goes right in here. And then they use the rest of the kitchen counter, and that's where they put out their homework or things that they need to get back to and work on their own. There is no need to run out to the store today and buy all kinds of cool boxes and bins to help you get organized. You can make do with what you have. You can even just create piles on the countertop as long as that specific pile is your inbox, and that's the only thing that goes into that pile. You can use folders that you already have. Just label them and use them. And then once you have a system that you really like, then you can pretty it up a little. I do agree that your organizational area should look nice. You want it to look visually appealing so that you're kind of attracted to it and want to continue to use it. Now over here is where I've set up my kids' paperwork command center. These are papers that I need to kind of have in my face all the time to stay on top of things. So, for example, I have the school lunch menu that I review with my kids, and we plan whether or not they're going to buy lunch or take lunch. I have the kids' school schedules so that I know if it's a gym day, if it's a library book day, if it's a day that they need to take in their musical instruments. Over here I have all of the sports schedules, because with 6 kids playing on multiple teams, I need to keep track of who needs to be where, when, the directions to the field, that sort of thing, so that's all here. Here's this miscellaneous stuff. If I buy a Groupon, if I have coupons to take the kids out to dinner, I might put them on there so I remember to use them. Down here I have my kids' homework to-do list, and we will be covering this also during week 3, developing to-do lists for your kids so that they get in the habit of good personal organization. And in this area I have upcoming events. If I get an invitation to a birthday party, once I've RSVP'd, I put it on this little clip and I keep it in date order. So the earliest occurring event is right here first. So I will always know the directions to the birthday party. If I've printed off, something else like a flyer for an event we've got coming up, it's here in date order, ready for me to use it. Okay, so now that we've talked about the different kinds of stations that you can have to keep yourself organized, how in the world do you get started if you already have stacks of paper all over the kitchen counter, on the floor, magazines you have to go through, etc.? Here's my advice. I want you to use the touch it once principle. I want you to start with a pile. Pick the area in the corner of the room that's the furthest to the left and spend 30 minutes. Set a timer if you need to. Pick up every single piece of paper and make a decision about it. Either it's something that you need, in which case it's going to go into your tickler file, or it's something that you can deal with right now. Maybe it's an RSVP for a children's birthday party. Send the RSVP email, put the invitation in your pile of where you're going to keep upcoming events. Maybe it's something that's going to take longer to get to, or something that you bulk up and do at one time, like paying bills. Take that bill, put it in the inbox for bills. Work each pile of paperwork until you've gotten them all cleaned up. It could take you a week or two, depending on how long it's been since you've gone through it, but as much as you can pile through in a day, 30 minutes, 1 hour, whatever you're comfortable with, and get the stuff that you don't need anymore out of your house. Get it in the garbage, get it in the recycling. It'll just give you so much more peace of mind. So this week's homework assignment for the Get Your Life Organized Boot Camp is to create a station that would work for you. Doesn't have to look like how mine looks, but it should be something that helps you feel personally organized and on top of things. I think the most natural place to start is to come up with a paperwork station, a command center that allows you to funnel all of that incoming paperwork that enters your life, keep it organized so that you can access it when you need it.